What is going on internet? This is another video coming at you from Redskins Rant. Hail to the Redskins. Before I get started, please follow me on Twitter, Redskins Ranter, and subscribe to this channel. Get all my videos. And honestly, don't know how much longer this channel is going to be up. And it's not because I'm not going to stop making movies on videos. Don't get that wrong, but this name is going to be changing. I'm going to just say my two piece about this. My whole family is part Native American. I have a little bit, like 1/8 of it from my dad's side. My grandmother was was full Cherokee. My mother was half, so I'm a quarter from that, and I get something from my dad. Okay, so it's like not quite. It's not a quarter. It's a little more than a quarter, less than half. So 3/8, I guess, might be what it is. So I'm a big Redskin fan. I identify myself as a Redskin fan. Whenever someone says, if you were to take 5 things about me and break them down, like what are 5 things you can say about JD? JD likes this, and this. Number 1 is, I don't have anything around me at this moment. Number 1 is Batman. Batman is the thing I followed since I was little. I have to have something in this room. I have it somewhere. It's just not in this room right now. Tons of Batman stuff. Actually, that basketball back there is Batman on it. Tons of Batman stuff. So Batman is one of the first thing people say about me. Like, this guy unequivocally is a big fan of Batman. Okay? Second thing is this. I am a huge Redskin fan. People know me as a Redskin fan. Okay? People on Facebook have asked me about the name. They come to me, hey, you are a Redskin fan. How do you feel about this? Like, I bleed burgundy and gold. Okay? This is who I am. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, it's all about the Washington team. I started liking the Redskins when I was little. And because I like the Redskins, I followed that team and then the Capitals and the Nationals. It started with this team. Had nothing to do with just Washington. I do follow the other teams because I'm from that area. But I started with this because I like football more than I like basketball when I was younger. And I like it way more than I like baseball and hockey right now. It is in my blood. I don't want the name to change. Okay? I'm not going to get too much into detail about why the name's going to be changed. I don't think it's offensive. I don't think people who find it offensive are not the people who it's actually offending. It's people who think that they're so arrogant that they're the ones that have to speak out about this. We have to stand up for people. And if it was really an issue, the team name would never come to fruition. Native Americans picked the team name. Native Americans created the logo. How you got A, B, C, and D lining up saying this isn't offensive and it's still being changed? I don't want to hear from Nike. Nike's already on my shit list anyway, but Nike, I don't want to hear from them. I don't want anything to do with them. How do they have basically slavery in sweatshops in Asia, and they have the nerve to tell other people how, like, you're not operating things, you're not doing things correctly? I don't understand how they have any kind of say in anything. PepsiCo, my favorite drink is Mountain Dew, and I'm probably going to have to switch to Melio now. Because I'm just, like, done with this. This is absurd. FedEx, how come the name wasn't offensive 20 years ago? Now all of a sudden it is? Get out of here. Like, seriously. I really can't stand it. But the thing is, they're probably still going to change the name. Because there's so much political pressure. There's so much pressure on the Washington Redskins to change the name. There's so much pressure on Dan. The NFL is going to lose money because their team's pulling out sponsorships. Nike's not going to make their apparel, and FedEx is not going to sponsor the stadium anymore, so on and so forth. And like, the Redskins are having issues getting a place to make the new stadium because of the name. So they're probably going to end up changing the name. It's a shame because I don't know there's such a rich tradition with the Washington Redskins. There's a rich tradition of honoring the name of Native Americans. It really is a rich tradition. Do I think there's other names that could do just as good as honoring them? Yeah, but there's not a history. There's not almost 100 years of this. You're erasing 100 years because a name that was never found offensive by a mass majority of people, maybe like a small percentage. Well, you don't change society because a small percentage wants something. Okay? I can think of a small percentage of people right now in our society that would really like things to change in like a horrible way. Okay, that group was at Charlottesville, and I don't think the world ever wants them to like change everything for them. Okay, so why should we change when a small group, not even that whole group, is unified in their opinion of this for this name, the Washington Redskins? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. There are way bigger issues in the world to be solving right now than worrying about a sports team. And I got news for people. It ain't gonna stop with the Washington Redskins. If you think cancel culture is gonna stop after one team name is changed, you are high as a kite. Okay, I was telling a friend of mine I could go through every single NFL team, and probably only about 10 of them are safe. NFL. Every single NFL team, and I'll bring up every team, and I can tell you how someone's going to be offended by it. Okay, let's just start in our own division. The Giants, people can be offended by that because there's little people out there. The Cowboys abused animals, and they killed Native Americans. So how is it a name that honors Native Americans gets removed, but the source in which of murdering Native Americans won't get removed? Figure that one out for me. Saints, as soon as people understand that Saints is a religious symbol, that name's getting changed. Falcons are probably safe. The Buccaneers, Raiders, and Vikings are probably next. Raiders and Buccaneers are pirates. Pirates raped and pillaged. Pirates raped and pillaged, and so did Vikings. They're probably next. If you think they're going to stop at one team, you're high. The Detroit Lions. Not that the name itself is offensive, but the mascot is a male lion. Someone's going to be offended that it's not a female lion. Green Bay Packers. Not sure how that one will be offended. I think the Bears are pretty safe, except maybe people might think it refers to a hairy gay man. I think Cardinals are safe, unless you want to look at the Cardinals as a religious symbol again. Cardinal is a religious, like a bishop. It's like that. 49ers, I think, are safe, unless you want to talk about 49ers did kill a lot of Native Americans and enslaved Asian Americans, or Asian people, to do a lot of their mining for them. Seattle Seahawks, I think, are safe, unless someone who's offended, like someone might have an issue with birds. Maybe the people who are afraid of birds. I don't know what they're called. It's like no, it's not fear of birds. Hold on, fear of birds. Fear of birds. It's like something weird. I don't remember what it's called. Fear of birds is called ornithophobia. You never know. That might actually people might have PTSD from something. Rams, I think the Rams are pretty safe, other than the fact that their mascot is a male ram, not a female ram. People are going to be offended by that. So that's okay. So really, out of the NFC, you have the Seahawks. Other than I think the Bears are safe. Packers are probably safe, unless people who are lactose intolerant don't think it's fair that there's a team that's named after packing cheese. Eagles are pretty safe, unless maybe someone's going to be offended by them being endangered. Let's keep going. Ravens are probably pretty safe. Steelers, environmentalists going to come after that. Cleveland Browns, they're going to come after that next, because it insinuates Browns, as in it could be insinuating brown people. Bengals, I think Bengals might be safe, other than the fact that I think Bengals are endangered. Chiefs, coming after the Redskin name, they're probably coming after the Chiefs next, as a cultural misappropriation or misrepresentation, whatever. Broncos, I think, are safe. Raiders, I already went over them. Chargers, I think that's safe. Patriots, people who are foreign are not going to like the Patriots. People right now, there's people like Antifa that are probably offended by the name of the Patriots. Bills, don't think there's nothing much there. Jets, I don't think there's much there. I'm not going to get into that one. Dolphins, if they're endangered. Texans, I think Texans are pretty safe. Titans, if they were the Oilers still, I'd say it could be offensive because people want to protect the environment, so they don't want to name after something. Colts are male horses, and Jaguars. So there's probably about 10 or 12 teams that are safe. The rest of them aren't. And I'm just talking about football. Wait till you get into football or college teams. Fighting Irish, basketball. You have the Celtics. There's a misappropriation there. Wizards, if someone's offended by magical stuff and heresy and things like that. There's a lot of different ways people get offended, and this is the kind of the point of this video, is anyone can be offended by anything. Okay, we shouldn't change our society around one or two people being offended. Okay, there used to be a thing called thick skin. People need to have thicker skin. We've gotten to a point in society where we have half society that if they don't like something, they don't watch it. The other half, if they don't like it, they want to eliminate it. Period, because they're offended by it, and therefore no one else should watch it. No one else should have to see this stuff. But then if you have an opinion what's similar where you don't want something around, like you're a bigot or things like that. That's the way society's designed now. But I want to go over some team names that I think the Redskins they're going to switch it because the way the pressure is right now. I'm just going over. It's not going to stop with one team. In the next 10 years, they're going to go after other teams. I guarantee it. So savor the flavor. They're going to go after other teams. Whenever I'm just going to say this the way and it's going to come off like really extreme example. There's an old saying about when the Germans came for Jews, the Nazis came for Jews. When they came for the Jews, no one cared because we weren't Jewish. When they let me get the exact quote. Can't spell. Okay. Alright, so I can find it. First they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I'm not a socialist. Then they came for the... I think that's different. That was in 2017. I'm talking about the original one. Okay. First they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for the communists, and I did not speak out. I wasn't a communist. Then they came for trade unions, and I did not... I don't think this is the right speech. It's Diary of Anne Frank. Basically, she said, she went through all people, they came for the Protestants, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a Protestant. Then they came for the gypsies, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't a gypsy. Then when they came for me, there was no one left to defend me. And that's a very extreme example, but I think it still kind of plays in right here. And what I mean by that is the Redskin name, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop at one name. They're not going to stop at one thing. They don't just cancel one TV show. They cancel all TV shows. They don't cancel one YouTube channel. They cancel a bunch of YouTube channels. It's the way that cancel culture is. And it's going to start with my team. It's going to snowball. I'm just giving everyone a heads up about it. Now, I have a poll on my YouTube channel or my Twitter, on my Twitter, Redskins Ranter, okay, and it's a poll about what the Redskin name should be changed to. If it's going to change, we might as well have some say in it. Okay, I've heard a couple of them. The Red Tails, which I think wouldn't be bad, but I don't think our color scheme works really well for that. It'd be more of a gray and white, maybe a black and white. Black and red, I'm sorry. Gray and red or black and red. I actually think of like a dark green and red or something like that, the way their ships were not played and looked. Wouldn't hate that, but I don't think that's the route we want to go. I still want to honor Native Americans because I'm part Native American. There's the Washington Warriors, which I don't hate that because I've seen some good, jersey designs. Problem with that is, it's already the Golden State Warriors, and I kind of want to be unique. That's the thing about the Redskins. It's a unique name. Like the Cowboys, there's college teams that are called the Cowboys. Patriots, there's other Patriots. There's like 3 teams in college called the Patriots. Vikings everywhere. Red Raiders, so on and so forth. There's tons of teams called the Pirates and those things like that. But Redskins thing was very unique. So I want a unique name. I saw one, I think I like this. This is actually a tribe, one of the first tribes to ever wage a war against Britain. The Warhawks. I think the Washington Warhawks would be a pretty cool one. 2 tomahawks as the symbol. And I think that's the route to go. I mean, there's obviously other options. Someone can comment. I got replied to on this with Landon Collins. I comment on Landon Collins. Landon Collins saw design art for the Red Wolves. And I commented I like the Red Hawks and Washington Warhawks. Someone said the Red Hawks too. I don't want to be a bird. There's too many bird mascots. And I said the Red Hawks. or Warhawks, and he said he didn't want it to be a bird, and the Warhawk is not a bird; it's a tribe. But he does bring up a good point that they might still be offended by being another Native American, and it might just change it again in the future. But I would not mind being the Washington Warhawks if we got to change it. We can still have some semblance of Native American. We might even be able to keep our logo. So, yeah, I think that's my video. It's not very long. I just want to go over a couple things. It sickens me to my stomach that we're in a way our society is right now. That because one or two people don't like something, the rest of us have to get rid of it. There are more fans of the Redskins than people who are offended by the name. Like, people who actually would be offended by it because they are Native American. Okay? It's not people. I'm telling you, it's not. I have family members that don't care. I've never come across anyone who is of Native American origin. Now, I've gotten people on Facebook that message me like, oh, I'm Native American, I don't like it. Okay, well, good for you. I'm sorry. Okay? I don't like other things. That doesn't mean that the world has to remove them. That's not the way the world works. And soon we're not going to have much when it comes to like our identities. We're not going to be able to define ourselves by anything other than what other people want us to be defined by. Like, I define myself as a Redskin fan. That's how I've always defined myself. We're not going to be able to do that anymore. Like, here soon, in like not long, once this name's changed, I'm not going to be able to wear this out in public. I'm going to be seen as a racist. Anyone who wears old Redskins gear is going to be seen as a racist. Because this is being coerced into people thinking it's racist. And there's like, it's been spearheaded by a bunch of people who don't know what they're talking about, who think that they're the. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna get frustrated. I preached about it last night at my holiday at the. Sorry, put that in there. At the 4th of July party that I was at, and it's just ridiculous where the world's going to. Like, no one can have anything that they have it's their own. People just got to ruin everything, and they want the world to be what they want it to be. But what do you think the team name should be? Comment down below, or go on to my Twitter channel and comment. My mouth's very dry. Sorry about that. And comment below, or comment on what you think the team name should be if we're going to change it at all. Like I said, I don't want to change it. I want to stay the same for the next 100 years until the day I die. But I don't think that's going to happen. There's too much money involved. There's $608 billion that the NFL could lose out on because of this, and it's just too much. It's just too much that Dan Snyder is going to have his hand forced. And I don't think Dan Snyder wants to change the name at all. I think it has to do with the fact that the NFL is going to force him to do it, or they could force him to sell the team, which they have every right to do. They have every right to force someone to sell a team. The NBA did it to Donald Sterling, which rightfully so they should have. And they can easily, the NFL could easily force Dan Snyder to sell the team as well, which I would buy and then keep the name. But that's my video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If I switch my channel to something else, if the name changes, it will change. I'm not going to keep the name. Because a lot of people aren't going to follow them as the Redskins. I don't want to do that. I really worked hard on this channel. I think I've got up almost 300 followers. But I'll probably have a different one whenever that day comes. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell when my channel changes. You'll be the first one to know. Alright? Thanks for watching. Hail to the Redskins. See ya.